Sick Kid, we did a very fantastic song. So there you go. Perfect. Get ready. Make sure that we're plugged in. We are at 38%, which is very rare that we have that much storage, so we're gonna be using it. Crown doesn't have enough storage. The rest is good. But hey, we're dark. It's dark. We're gonna go inside. It's actually kind of warm outside, so we're gonna be using the AC on it, right? The AC is gonna take me a bit of time to set up. You're gonna have to give me a couple seconds, guys. Should I pause it? Yes, I should. Will I pause it? No. Why? Because I don't give a fuck. If it's all a question of, well, for example, it's all kind of related in a weird way to Easy A. So an Easy A, and then I have to make sacrifices for reputation. Now that reputation can be good. It can be good, but at least I'm acknowledged. What if that video was shitty, and it was shitty by the fact that I took my time with this, right? Or I took a bunch of extra step in the background. Would it be shittier? What if it was the shittiest? What is more likely to be known? A shitty video, a shittiest video, or an average video? The shittiest. So this is my scarlet letter, guys. There you go. Perfect. We're gonna have this. You shouldn't be hearing it too much, but you'll still hear it a little bit. Okay. So fanboys, there's this friend, and the movie is actually really good because there's this friend who is very sick. He has cancer. They don't mention what cancer he has, but they know that he doesn't have that much time to do with. And the cool thing with the movie is at the end, this character is dead. They don't show him dying. They don't show him agony. They don't show him going through chemo, but there's a mention of him like rest in peace. So the movie itself is with Seth Rogen. It's with Jay Baruchel. It's with the guy from Power of Fury. It's with Kristen Bell, who is brunette. Oh. Fuck's sake, dude. Oh, fucking Wi-Fi. Third part. We're gonna do a third part. We're gonna do a fourth part because I don't have a choice. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh. Ooh. Oh my god. Ooh. Not a bad romance. Telling stories at ADHD. About an hour. We've been filming for what is 45 minutes? Maybe 30 minutes ago. Maybe 32. Well, I guess it was something that was popular. Or sort of popular. Like no. Jennifer Boyd, I was listening to a lot of that. It was kind of popular and not it. That is 2 days ago. Fuck me, dude. God damn it. Ooh la la. $2.19. No, I didn't do it. $2.19.35. $2.19.35. No. $2.19.35. $2.19.35. What is that? 45?
That needed discipline. If I didn't, I was a trouble kid. My mom. This story, man. This story. My mom. When I was young, I told this story before, but just my favorite story.
Aha.
My mom, when I was a kid, very
Aha.
social, right?
I did it.
And my mom would to the apartment with my mom.
Okay. 49. That it?
Complete stranger.
46, 20, 20. 46, 20. 46, 19. Ooh. Oh, yes. Okay.
What was insane is that something French. Right as that. And we're back. I'm 10.
28, 23, 58, 23, 58. 23, 58. 23, 58. 23, 58, 23, 58, 23. 24. 18, 26. Ah. Oh.
Don't.
Ooh. 18, 26. 1836. Yes. Yes, dude. Nice. Good. I want your loving, I want your revenge. You and me are not a bad romance. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nothing, bad romance. Whoa, 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 and now we get some water. But I'm thirsty. But I got some water. So why don't you? Okay, that sounds good. I need to check if it's still good. So it's not working. But it's okay, we checked if it was working or not. La 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 la. Yes, it works. Okay, so now we have storage. We're missing two things. I'm missing my water. I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me are not a bad romance. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I say not a bad romance? Yeah. I want your. Your love and I want your revenge. Knowing me. Good. Ooh. And then we're back. Sorry for the third video. Turns out I had a little bit of storage in store. But not that much, right? Now we're good. We got some water, we got my meal, I got my TikTok live going on, so that's good. Everything is good to go. We're just missing one thing. Woo hoo hoo! Shut the light. Clumsy a little bit. Clumsy a little bit. Yes. Yes. Ooh la la. Look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love again, wanna play, yeah. At 52 minutes, see? All I need to do was a little bit of imagination. What I'm gonna do, I'm playing back home because I am gonna do another hour and a half. That's an hour and a half, I can multitask. And that's what I really want. Oh, I won't, oh, I do, oh. Offline progress. Ooh, it's brand new. We didn't have that before. What are we playing? We're playing Idle, Idle Space Team, yes. We got offline. This is brand new. Didn't have that before, which is great. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my god, I got destroyed. What happened? What have you? Quick for distance. Because why not? This is very similar to the tower. It's a great game. Today, something hard to control the fights. Oh, the knife just catching. Speed of wind. Don't do it, Papa. That just hurt myself. They're bleeding? No. That was dumb to do. Okay, merchant's about to die, so we're gonna fix merchant. Everybody else is good? Everybody else is good. Wunderbar, wunderbar. Do it to me, baby. I'm saying this because at first is like Guten Abend, which is German for hey, this is awesome. I wish it wasn't. And that would explain why I chose the name. Oh, I chose the name because of the offspring song that is. Yeah, I'm bleeding. Oh, dude. Hurt myself. I hurt myself just to feel something. Yeah. So we're doing the fanboys, right? So this is why for to follow. You drop the wine bottle. It's water. It is water. It is water. That's possibly the best thing to drink from because you avoid piece of plastic particle, and that's very good, and that's very bad for you. Okay, so the movie has Christian Bale, has Seth Rogen, has Jane Baruchel, right? Which is kind of a cool cast. This is the only movie I've ever seen Christian Bale not being a blonde. She is a brunette in that movie. So it's a group of friends, which is really cool because the baseball thing is one of them is starting to make a good job. But this is mentioned in the movie. He's like, okay, well, my friends are all losers. I'm not gonna be a loser. This is my last hurrah. This is my last chance to really chill with them. And then we got another guy that's dying, right? So they go on this trip to go to the ranch, which is like a road trip. And it is kind of nice, but at the same time, the movie suffers from a lack of originality, which is what I mentioned before. The movie suffers from a lack of originality in two ways. The first way is, for example, this character that are reused. Seth Rogen is a pimp, but also a Star Trek guy. There's three times a freaking quiz on Star Wars to realize you're a real Star Wars fan. So you're like, the first time was cool, the second time was okay, third time is too much, right? At the end, the guy with that does the movie. The movie is okay. It has its charm. Christian Bale is a cool character. We love her. What else? However, I would take Sarah Marshall over that character at any second, right? Because Sarah Marshall is a shitty character. She did my boy wrong. Right? Yeah, so it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I was attracted with Amy Schumer. No, I think Amy Schumer. Which one is it? Which one was it? What's her name? Ed and Paul Rudd. They came together. So, They Came Together is actually sort of a... I'm gonna be honest, it is a bad romantic comedy, but it's supposed to be a bad romantic comedy. So, it's a movie about two characters that are very similar, and everybody is saying like, okay, well, they're gonna be ending up together, they're gonna be in a relationship, they're just so similar, they belong together, and then it's the battle of will. It's the battle of, hey, I don't want to be with that guy, or I don't want to feel like I'm supposed to be with that guy, right? And they avoid each other. The guy is pretty open-minded, the girl isn't, which is, what's her name? In Poland, yeah. So then they start being, so they're starting to figure out that they have a lot in common. They end up being in love. The movie itself is not bad. There's some couple of good jokes. It's well meant. It's well done. The acting is super good, but there's a moment that is insufferable, and they make the rest of the movie kind of shitty. So the moments that are insufferable are what? The moments that are insufferable are, there's the specific thing that I'm thinking about, and it's Paul and his brother, right? And there's like at least a family of like, hey, I love you. Oh, hey, about that dude. I mean, it's just supposed to make fun of rom-com, and it's just supposed to make fun of like the cringiness of a rom-com, but at the same time you do it so much that you defeat the purpose, because you're doing it in a way where no rom-com would do it. So you're not really making fun of rom-com. You're doing a cartoonization. You're doing a satirical and on something. You do it very poorly, because you're being insufferable. You're being the worst thing I've ever seen, which makes you worse than the thing that you're making fun of. Right? For example, if you take a movie, right, it pokes fun at, okay, very good example. Jim Carrey and Michael Scott did a movie together, which is Magician, and they're poking fun at magician and how far magicians are willing to go, and it's really funny. It's like this just same Joel kind of guy and David Blaine. It's a really good movie, right? And they're making fun of the extreme length a magician is or have to go, is willing to go or has to go to be recognized to be the number one. And they basically go as towards the magician because they want to be the number one magician, right? So they go to war and then they realize, okay, well, we're not so much so different, blah 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 blah. So they're making fun of it. They don't go too far extent. For example, Jim Carrey's like a nail is gonna have it, and his arm is gonna come up with it with his nose, you know, and you're like, there's no way. And he literally injures himself doing it, right? So you know right away it's bullshit. But they never go like too far. The movie They Came Together goes too far, and you're like, okay, well I get what you're trying to do, but you're doing it in a way where it's too much, and because it's too much, you're like not able to enjoy it, and it's not enjoyable, right? So this is kind of sucky. That's it. So now we have the Tubi movies because we did watch a couple movies on Tubi's. I'm gonna have a bunch of them. Some of them were really good. Some of them are really not so good. I think overall, you know what? In that list, there is some very, very surprising thing. So we're gonna go with we're gonna go with one I think we're fun as fuck. Okay, wait. Give me a sec. Oh my fucking god. I waited for too long. No. Okay, so it's not that bad. We're just missing one movie. Okay, it's good. I counted the movie yesterday. We were at 10. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check out the movie Ryan Reynolds. We're gonna go with Vegas. So what am I smoking Ace of Vegas? Is that a movie? No, that's not it. There's no storage. I don't remember the movie. Rob McElhenney, that's the one. Reject all. I don't care about you, please. A first class trip to Las Vegas. I don't remember the name of the movie. I'm gonna have to check it out, but I have also to check out Frenchie, because Frenchie we did upload, so it should be okay. But I do have to make sure that I can delete the right amount of stuff. That's gonna be something else that I have to fix. I think there's only one movie missing. There could be two. Maybe they're still fucked. Because I don't remember that much. There's a problem when you watch too many movies. I watched too many movies at once. Holy shit. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Go with okay, it's what 143 17 43 17 good 26 53 good. This is not good. 10027 10027 10027 10027 yes 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 yes. No. Okay. You will need another bad romance. Whoa, I want your loving. I want your regrets. You and me. It's gonna be 485. That's good. Because what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have to upload. Okay. So what do I have to upload? By the way, it's 138. That's bad that we have to do it. That is bad that we have to do it. 10027 is done. 205, that is done. Okay, 205 that is done. 52 is done. Okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a screenshot. Good. Okay. So the four o'clock you did it. 228. We have to do 228. Did it. 39 we did it. 302 or 1 did it. 16 we did it. 154 we did it. 25. Okay, that's right. I can focus. Okay. Perfect. So we have, okay, that's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy shit, 70 gigs free. See, yes, we're having a problem that is easily avoidable, but said problem aren't that bad. 21 gigs in the garbage because we're able to film, which is great. So I was talking about how we're missing. Sorry about that, guys. I created a lot of content and I have a lot of stuff. It's the problematic situation that is just a amalgam or a mix of me not being able to manage my time or manage my effort or manage things in a way where I'm not lacking storage, I'm not doing anything. I can blame the fact that we didn't have Wi-Fi today, but ultimately speaking, it's my fault. It's my fault. It is entirely my fault. See, I used to be able to play these two together, now I'm not able to. I don't know why. Oh, they had an update. That's why. Oof. So I'm gonna have to start this. I'm gonna have to start it like well done. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna try to do this 15. The boats are well prepared. And it seems to be working. We'll see if it's working or not. Okay, good. So we are missing what? We are missing. Okay, so I know that I had 10 to do. So I'm gonna be able to count. If it is only 1, so what happened was they took it out. So I'm using Tubi, which has a rotating library. The library rotates, and you can continue moving, but because we didn't finish the movie, we weren't able to do it. So we got Super 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing 4 movies, and I don't remember movies. Fuck. Trip to Vegas. I'm pretty sure something like that. No. Movies. Vegas movie. No. The fucking movie. No. I found it. There's one. Mississippi Ryan, yes. Yeah. I'm a genius. I'm a freaking genius. Why? I just remember that through screenshots. They're not from screenshot. And we'll do 6, that's okay. So, first movie on the list is The Super. A movie with Val Kilmer, right? So there's this ancient police guy, right? He's an ex-cop, right? And he moves into a building, right? And that building is weird because they keep having death. The movie itself wasn't that great, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start doing the movie's review, and then I'm gonna start with if I like the movie or not. That way, if I see negative, you know why, and if I see positive, you know. So, the movie is the dude, that ex-cop, he goes in, he has his 2 daughters, and his 2 daughters are, kind of his world because he lost everything, right? So he goes to this building, and in this building there's mysterious murder. There's a lot of murders, right? And you're like, okay, well, this is kind of fucked up. This is kind of fucked up because I just moved in, right? Then there's mention of killing before, right? Which can be super important. There's a couple characters. There's the Val Kilmer character, which is very intense. There's a character who kind of is sort of pervy, but not a pervert. Pervy in the sense of, okay, so he has a younger daughter, like a teen. And like, hey, how are you? So kind of creepy, right? And the character that you introduce, the good part of the movie is the whole building is creepy. So whenever you introduce a character in the building, he is creepy by proximity, right? Okay, well, that makes sense. Why the movie's not good? It's not a mention of killing. I mean, it's the kill to find bodies, right? But the bodies are always killed the same way. There's no originality. It's not like a Chucky. It's a Chucky where there's 8 kills, where there's 8 different kills. It's often the same thing, right? At the end, you realize the main character only had 1 daughter. And the other daughter is the spirit of his daughter. So, you learn the story, right? And the story is, she's in trouble, the daughter is in trouble, she's trying to fight when she called mom. And then she got killed. Now she's a veteran spirit, right? And the father goes insane. And becomes a serial killer, right? So the building, the building that gets killed is because of the main character. Now, ultimately, the plot twist is good. The way they do it is good because there's no mention. We say as viewers, we see her in the movie, but there's no other mention of the holy shit. This is kind of intense, right? Why did the movie suck? Okay. Well, the plot twist is actually quite nice, right? My issue with the movie is what? My issue with the movie is that I saw a movie with Jensen, Soldier Boy, Jensen something, and it's my buddy Valentine, right? We the story of a town where there was a killer, who was a miner, right? An actual miner, going to the mine and killing you, right? And the father of Jensen owns the mine. Jensen, the guy named Jensen, I want to find the name of the guy. What is the actual name? Let me know what I'm talking about. My Bloody Valentine. The movie, oh my god. You have to go with the movie. So it's whom? It's with Jensen Ackles. Jensen Ackles. The movie is actually the same thing. He goes, Jensen Ackles come back to the town. You realize that he's the only survivor of the minor killer, right? And then what is cool about that is he ends up realizing that, hey, I'm back in town and it's still killing me, right? So people are suspecting two people, him and the cop. And you don't know who it is. You know, at the end it's revealed that it's Jensen Ackles, which is our main character, becomes a bad guy. And why is it done well done? The reason as to why he is a killer is better. Because he got saved, he got obsessed with it, and he became him, right? That's just scripted. What I'm trying to say is, Let You Not Know the Sheep. By any means, it's a good movie in my book because it's a good movie in my book because I don't like horror movie. That's why House of Wax for me is a classic. House of Wax is my favorite. House of Wax is my favorite horror movie ever. Why? Because it's well made. It's not super scary, but there's still scary elements to it. It's something that you can enjoy no matter what level. Jeepers Creepers is the same thing. What else? Freddy Krueger is a bit too scary. Well, I don't know. It was a bit too scary when I last tried to watch it, which was about 10 years ago. Right now we're good. But it's not normal for a shitty movie or something that's considered to be a shitty movie to do the same plot as you did and be a good movie. You understand? So if a shitty movie is considered to be a better movie than your movie is worse than a shitty movie, which makes it a shitty movie, right? Next on the list we have Mississippi Grind. Mississippi Grind is honestly one of the hardest movies that I've seen. So the story of Ryan Reynolds and another guy, I don't know the actor name, sorry, but they're both gambling addicts, right? They gamble. That movie was really painful to watch. It wasn't good until the end, and then it became really good. It became really good. So it's a story of two gamblers. They meet, right? And the guy, so there's two characters, like I said. Ryan Reynolds' life is a bit shitty, but the other guy's life is way shittier, right? And the other guy gets stabbed. He literally gets stabbed in the first couple minutes of the movie. So, and he thinks that Ryan Reynolds is Lucky Charm, right? So the guy is kind of insistent, and when I say kind of insistent, he is insistent to stay with Ryan, right? The problem with the two of them is they're both sort of gambling addicts, and they how can I put this in a way that makes sense? They are fuel for each other's addiction, which is not good, right? So you kind of feel like they shouldn't be friends, or you kind of feel like they're not healthy. It's a slow descent. It's the movie is so bad, it's so good. It's good in the sense of it's so freaking negative. It's so freaking long. It's such a freaking hard watch, right? Because like they go to shitty hotel, they go everywhere and anywhere, which is like it's very not glamorous, right? And for example, right? There is a part where he puts everything on a number, and they lose it all. And instead of saying, okay, well, guess what? We lose it all. Let's go back home. They have to figure out a way to get more money to be able to do what? To gamble again. So it's a concept movie of the cycle of addiction, but at the end it's very cool. Why? Because you realize, so the way it's set up in my book, the way it's set up is Ryan Reynolds is the young guy that can still be safe. The other character, which I knew the name, fuck, Mississippi Grind. It is Ben Mendelsohn, yes. Ben Mendelsohn is the older guy that loses it all. So sadly, you believe that for Ben, it's finished, but for Ryan, there's still hope. So you want Ryan to get out of here. You want Ryan to be okay, and it sucks because you're in a position where it's not going to really happen, right? And at the end, you realize that the character of Ben Mendelsohn, he sees his wife, right? And you realize that his relationship with his daughter is not good. Everything is not doing well. It's really going bad. Everything that is supposed to be good or normal in his life, for example, being a good father, for example, being a good husband, right? He lost it all. You lost it all. And these are things that you're not supposed to lose because losing a relationship. He kind of gambled a relationship, right? But his gambling made him go to that length, right? So it kind of sucks. It kind of really sucks, and it's shitty because you feel bad. You do feel bad for the character, but then you realize that it's his own fault. You realize that he put himself in those shoes, right? So you don't feel bad, and it's just not glamorous. And at the end, they win big, and they decide to do something which is not gamble related. So Ryan Reynolds buy a Cadillac. Ben Mendelsohn buy a gift for his daughter, which is really cool. Like, just to tell you how heavy the movie is, at the end of the movie, like I said, they win big, okay? They win big, and then they're talking. And then Ryan Reynolds, this is the movie that says a 2-hour movie. This is an hour 40 in. Ryan Reynolds, he's like, "What you gonna do with your part of the movie?" And the guy says, I want to buy something nice for my daughter." And Ryan Reynolds like, "Shit, you have a daughter? I didn't even know." So you realize just how far in the addiction they are. It's not glamorous, and it's a very small descent, but the good points or that character development is amazing. You understand why they're dealing with that. For example, the guy Ben Mendelsohn gets stabbed at the end, like I mentioned. He gets stabbed, and he's like, "Dude, that happened the second that the other guy left. Is the other guy's fault for leaving that get stabbed?" So he's clearly mental. It's clearly a mental case. And you do see that, but it's a really good character development because, like, okay, well, this is a perfect way to put in perspective how far the other guy went, right? Next on the list, we have, I'm going to go with a good movie. I'm going to try to do a good movie and a bad movie, a good movie and a bad movie. I'm going to go with Kill Charlie. What's it called? Kill Charlie Countryman. Kill Charlie Countryman is by far the best movie. That night, I watched, not even joking, I watched 5 movies, and that was the best movie by far. It is so good. And it is so good because it's so confusing. It's so good because you don't even know what's going to happen. So it's basically the story of Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf, mother dies, right? And he goes to play, and he goes, because her last wish is go to Budapest, right? And he meets the guy, he meets the play, he meets this guy. This guy's really nice, he's really right? And he meets Shia LaBeouf, and then he dies in the plane. He dies. And then his last wish, please give my daughter my hat, right? So then Shia LaBeouf enters this journey to give the hat to the girl. He ends up falling in love with her, so he stays in Bucharest until he meets her because he's in love with her. He's like, "Hey, if there's a hope for me and you, we're gonna make it. If there's a hope for me and you, I'm gonna chase it," right? So he ends up staying in Bucharest. The movie itself sounds so, how can I put this? Not necessarily boring or disgusting, but just poorly made. Until you realize just how much of a genius it is. How much of a genius it is. You realize that he goes in, he stays with this girl. This girl's with a guy that it's intended that she doesn't love him, but it's intended that this guy is very dangerous, right? So he meets these 2 people, and these 2 people are his friends, and they are his roommate. They end up doing a lot of drugs, which the drug aspect of the movie is another part that I didn't like, but I adored at the end. Because you end up seeing this movie where Shia LaBeouf character goes insane. He takes Molly, he takes some really strong stuff, and he goes through a drunken stupor. He goes into this almost parallel world. Not a parallel world, but he's just not there, right? The guy gets hit and then he struck again. Got bitten by a mosquito. Again, twice. And with the character of Shia LaBeouf, which is fantastic, is that even in the drug, you think about the girl, and you think he sees the girl, right? And the character of Matt Mikkelsen, which is an amazing actor. Nigel is the boyfriend. It's not clear if he's part of the mafia. It's not clear what he has, but he is a dangerous guy, and he should stay away. And he is it's sort of the boyfriend / owner. He's like, dude, this girl don't touch you. You don't even look at her, right? And he kind of keeps her, not really prisoner, but she stayed with him out of fear, not out of love, right? Until Chia found the tape. I'm going to tell you what's on the tape because that's a spoiler. But he finally has a marketing chip for it, right? And it's fantastic because at the end, that plays a big part of it. So then Shia, doing drugs. He starts fighting back, so runs away. He gets to her. At the end, he gets captured. She gets captured. He gets shot. He gets shot in the water, but they arrest Matt Nicholson. There's no proof that Charlie survived and shit like that. He survived. I don't want to tell you because the movie is so well made. But that movie was so good for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's a guy that's clearly lost. It's a guy that has addiction. Second of all, he goes to the wrong place. His mom didn't want him to go there. She said Bucharest, but she meant Budapest, right? And so that's kind of funny. Third of all, it's a love story with a girl that he shouldn't be with. So it's often the girl that's with a guy that she shouldn't be with. Now this is the other case, right? The character of Nigel is actually a super good character because you keep telling shit if it keeps giving you a chance. Keep like, dude, if you keep going like that, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah? I'm gonna kill you, okay. But at the end, he doesn't kill him, right? So with Matt Nicholson, it's always this character that's like, dude, don't fuck with me, keep fucking with me, you get consequences, dude. How can you expect to be fucking with me that much and there's no consequences, right? So it's definitely the devil, and Shia LaBeouf's portrayal is fantastic. The junkie part of it is so good because it doesn't serve a purpose until it does. The character of Griffin, which is Ron Weasley, ends up taking drugs, and they end up going to a strip club, and because he's so high, he ends up coming. And because he's coming, they end up having this bill, and this bill ends up being taken in a VIP room. They beat up until they cough on the money. In the VIP room, we see Nigel, the picture of Nigel, and the boss like, dude, I'm looking for that guy. If you can get me that guy, forget about your tab, right? So it's really cool because everything is linked together. Again, it's just fun, and you do believe in his love story because the second she tried, for example, she runs away. She's like, don't follow me, and she's like, dude, please, give me a chance. Okay, well, if you find me again, I'll kiss you. And he meets her out of the blue, and they kiss. So she's like, okay, well, possibly this is the thing, and it's kind of that's kind of the story itself. It's kind of like, what if this was meant to happen? What if we're meant to be together? What if everything else was a bullshit? And the fact that he goes to the wrong country is that, right? The fact that she's with this guy that's super dangerous, but he still tries is that. And in that case, that's fantastic. That is fantastic because he is really pushing the envelope of, hey, what if, right? That's why the movie is so good. Now let's move to another movie that is kind of we're gonna go again. I'm trying to do a positive and a negative movie. And even if I had more positive than negative, it would be better. But it's not the case. We're gonna go with Randy. We go with On the Line. Okay, On the Line with Mel Gibson. So On the Line is a story of a radio host who is a prankster. He ends up doing a lot of jokes. He ends up being sort of an asshole. He ends up not being super like. So the whole movie is, how can I put this? The whole movie is, and this is so much bullshit, right? The whole movie ends up being a prank, but this is a spoiler. He ends up, I should have said that. He gets called, and it's one of the listeners, right? So the listener is pissed at him and says, hey, I'm gonna go to your house and I'm gonna kill your family. And why is that part of the movie that makes so much sense? Because you see him for 50 minutes and he's an asshole. He's like, okay, well, I definitely see you being the asshole. I definitely see you being the dangerous guy, right? So it makes sense. The whole movie, we're trying to escape. There is somebody stealing the computer. We realize it's one of the good friends. So there's a ton of people that are being assholes. I'm gonna repeat myself. One of his good friends is stealing the computers, which is like, okay, well, I couldn't trust you. But then again, I'm an asshole, so I couldn't be trusting myself. The guy that coming in goes to kill the family, but he's an asshole, so does he deserve it or not? At the end, the movie is not so good because it ended up being a prank, right? Which kind of is sucky because, like, dude, like, you just ruined it, right? And I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying because it is kind of fucked up. Then the prank is ended because, and it's so weird because the movie, I don't know if they're trying to break the fourth wall, I don't know what they're trying to do, but when they finish a prank, they circle the guy that was pranked, that was being pranked, and they give him the microphone. Anything to say, the viewer wanted to hear you. and then the guy fall on the stair, hits his head and dies. So then Elvis is he's being shunned. Elvis is the character of Mel Gibson. Fuck me, dude. I wanted no storage. What the heck, dude? What the heck? I don't have the storage needed. Fuck my life, dude. Fuck my life. I want your things in my room. I miss you all of the time. I saw myself on the internet just to see what you would find. You can just wait a little bit for it to upload.